and he's only 7 at the time. He said, Daddy, I love you very much, and you know it. But Daddy, I love Mommy so much more. I said, who did you come out of, Mommy? Who breast milk you sucked for 4.5 years, Mommy? So why are you telling me you love her the way you love her? And he drew back. He said, does that mean that she's supposed to be that? I said, yes. Does that mean that your mom is that to you? I said, yes, my mom is still that because my mom lived with us. I said, so you see how easy it was? He said, now you don't have to fight. Because your mommy did one thing, I am doing another. No competition here. If that's the way you feel, you're right. Because we came out of a woman. My mother always told me, every living human being knows that when a child comes into the world, male or female, it comes out of what? A male or a female? No, I don't think we want to really say that. We would not want to say that every life comes out of a woman. Because if God is a man, he must have had a mama. If he did not have a mama, then he was a freak. Because all natural life comes through a woman. You see? Very simple. But that again is a shaking kind of a thing. I wasn't shaken because I was not holding on to any philosophy. So I had nothing to lose. We have nothing to lose. If I eat carrots and someone say, hey man, you eating that stuff? Yeah, but don't eat it, it's no good. Well, where did I get that information from? Some Caucasian nutritional book. So I dropped the carrot without no hard feeling because the information wasn't mine anyway. So why be bad? And all the information we have, if a man was to walk through these doors and say drop everything, don't get embarrassed. It wasn't yours anyway. Because the information you had that is yours, you left it back in Africa. So, I am ending. I am ending. This is only the beginning of a journey with Brother Sonny Carson, who is so interested in the life of the black race. That's right. Save that child. At the ending of every lecture, would you hold on 1 minute, please? At the ending of every lecture, I always like to have a bit of questions and answers because it is there where everything is hot. And I like it. I do not function too well when I have free will because I do not learn anything when I talk. But when you ask me a question, depending on the question, I learn too. Because we're brothers. I'm not wiser than you. I cannot be wiser than you, and especially the woman. They have to be more equitable because we came out of them and we sucked their breasts. Here is a man who came out of his mama, sucked her breast, and turned around and said, you leave me, you follow me now. I mean, now this is kind of insane. So now, I want to open up for question and answer because I don't want to hold up this meeting any much longer. Yes, first one over here and then the brothers and the sisters. Yes, yes sir.
Yeah. It's not so much a question, it's probably just a point of view.
Wait a minute, excuse me. Before we go into point of views and making statements, let's just try to finish this segment with people.
No, it has to do with what you were talking about. Very much.
Okay, brother.
No, it had to do with, you kept talking about numbers, and I got the feeling that you didn't like numbers, and that numbers seemed to come out of a white man's point of view. But I was just thinking that when I think of numbers, I think of African tradition, and I think of Indian tradition from Mexico, and you find that in African traditions, they had developed melting furnaces that were 10 times harder or twice as hot, if anything, produced in the Industrial Revolution. And when you look at Mayan Indians, you find that they have supposedly a much more accurate calendar than anything produced, again, by Western civilization. And when you look at Incas, you find that they had temples like the Egyptians, like Africans. They had pyramids that were constructed, that were very geometrical in their structures. So I just kind of got uneasy feeling.
I understand, and you have a right. That's what I said. When new information comes, it seems to cause the nervous system to jerk the nervous system. I live in the system. Why it never rained in Egypt? Never in history. So Egypt, when you think of Egypt, you think of the pyramids being a preserver. No, I could take a black woman from Louisiana, 80 years of age, and take an 80 years of age woman from Egypt, and boy, her skin is wrinkled, not from Louisiana. Because there is no humidity in Egypt. Water supports life. There is none in Egypt, only the Nile. So when you use the Maya and the Inca and the Egyptians together, you bunch them up, we are confusing and confounding the whole journey. It's not the same journey. The Egyptian had to create all these artificial things to survive. Because that was what the black man was doing, you know, like the elephant. You see, Egypt is a graveyard. It's the graveyard of the black man. The elephant, when he's getting ready to die, he goes to his graveyard and he lays down.
That's the white man's title.
Now we go. Now we go to Egypt. We find that there is no humidity in Egypt. You can build a house, you don't have to put a roof on it. And you've seen that, right? They don't have to put a roof on Egypt. But there's no humidity. There is no electricity in Egypt. Electricity is present only when there's a cloud hovering around. And lightning comes from that cloud. That is electricity, isn't it? And rain comes with it. Egypt will never see that. So about numbers. Do you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 0 in the pyramids? Inside of the pyramids? If there were numbers, the Japanese would have been able to do that. Because the Japanese are the best copies. And when they went to Kung Fu, they just began to imagine how did they put these 1,000-ton stones up there. Then they had to scale it down one half that, one half that, and they went right down to 1/50th the size. And they wound up using a nose cone to put, no, a helicopter to put the nose cone on it. Numbers were not made by nature. Remember what I said? Nature only makes things that support life. Mathematics does not support life. It's for mechanics. Mechanics deteriorate.
Next.
Yes. Just you.
Yeah, I have a 13-month-old daughter, and I thought I was doing good, you know, with her diet, giving her only organic foods and all vegetables and fruits and all that stuff. And she just, in the last few minutes, totally wiped out her whole diet.
Destroyed it.
Yeah, so my question is, what
That was so good.
am I going to feed her tomorrow?
Good.
I told you some of these little diet today.
When my son stopped sucking his mother's breast, I went to the ocean and I got the sea moss. The sea moss has every mineral there is on the planet except one, which is iron. Sister was eating sea moss and drinking his Maya tonic, which his father made. So about nursing, in fact, my child was in New York just a month ago, and the fellow was asking me, well, how come your son doesn't eat? I never seen your boy eat. I said, he doesn't eat but once a day. And when he eats a little bit of vegetables. And he eats that only to fill a need, I suppose, but his nutrition comes through the electrical food that I feed everyone that comes to be cured.
Honorable Elijah Muhammad told him how to eat once a day.
That's true. Now, so therefore, as for your child, if you want to know what to feed your child, you just come to the Usha Institute. In fact, it was because of that I received an award in Washington for changing the nutritional value of young mothers from 14 to 20. I received the award because what I recommended was equitable.